We commemorate and pay tribute to the freedom fighters whose selfless spirit of sacrifice must forever remain a source of inspiration, challenge, and hope for our generations and those to come. But it is also an occasion for fun and merrymaking, in festive remembrance and appreciation of their resounding victory against the forces of colonial oppression and deprivation. It is a solemn occasion to recall why they chose the hard way, the risky way, why they were ready to lay down their lives, as indeed they did. It is a call to rededicate ourselves to the lofty principles and noble purpose for which they fought. If we are forging ahead as a great and enviable nation today, it is because, undaunted by the distance, our forefathers stayed focused on the destination in unity. Kenya is forging ahead, and we can celebrate our successes even as we face remaining challenges. Through the government's economic recovery strategy for employment and wealth creation, key institutions, industries, and services have been revamped. Last year, our economy grew at 6%, and this year, without the benefit of mineral resources, our economy is set to grow at 7%. Tax revenues have, in the last few years, grown by about 146%. We are now able, unlike many developing countries, to take care of and support our own budget. Reform in the monetary and governance sectors have seen Kenya receive a healthy bill from the World Bank after more than 15 years. The government and private sector investors can now borrow funds from international markets and for investment in Kenya. Last month, Kenya received an international award for reforms that have made it easier to do business in Kenya. Kenya also received a United Nations award for introducing successful reforms in the public service. Strides have been made in the education, agricultural, and health sectors, among others. The Constituency Development Fund has pulled more than 2 million Kenyans above the poverty line, but much remains to be done. To take us farther towards our destination to eradicate poverty among our people in the shortest time possible, the government has formulated the Vision 2030. Vision 2030 is projected to provide measures to raise economic growth from the current 6% to an average of 10% for the next 25 years. The vision is anchored on a strategy based on high and sustained economic growth, promotion of social justice and equity, and entrenchment of issue-based accountable politics. The government believes that the Kenyan diaspora can make a valuable contributions towards transforming Kenya into a middle-income country. In this respect, many initiatives have been taken and continue to be taken by individuals, groups, organizations, the private sector, and the government to encourage the Kenyan diaspora to participate even more actively in our national development. Already the large community in the diaspora, through remittances that average about $67 billion a year, have helped transform the economy substantially. But the potential to impact development even more positively remains enormous. Investment opportunities exist in many areas, including infrastructure, housing, equity and shares, and through the Nairobi Stock Exchange. On the same basis, and in recognition of the rich skills among Kenyans in the diaspora, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Kenya has established a diaspora community department whose duty, among others, is to place qualified Kenyans in international jobs. We urge those of you in a position to utilize this opportunity to make use of it. You have much to contribute in skills and knowledge transfer, and we believe that brain drain can be changed to brain gain. On the other hand, the government is aware of special concerns for the Kenyan diaspora, including the issue of dual citizenship, voting, travel facilitation, simplification of rules to facilitate banking, several policies and draft bills to address these concerns. With regard to our host country, Sweden, Kenya and Sweden share close bilateral relations. Kenya is among the countries slated to continue with long-term development cooperation with Sweden. We are also seeing an increased interest from the Swedish business sector for investment. Next month, Vingyar will start direct charter flights to Mombasa, and in recognition of how important the Swedish tourist market is for us, the KTB, Kenya Tourism Board, has established its presence in Stockholm this September. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, allow me to revisit the purpose of our being here today. Just as people are endowed with the free will and power to be authors of their own sadness and misery, so can they also use the same willpower to create conditions for prosperity and happiness through unity and solidarity. To survive and prosper as a country and a community, we must cater for the well-being of every one of its members. And it is right and proper for all of us to demand individual rights. And it is right and proper for freedom fighters, for all of us, and it is right and proper for all of us to demand individual rights. But the example of our freedom fighters reminds us that ultimately we live together with one another, for one another. Kwa umoja pamoja again. That there are times the interests of the community override individual interests. And when we must be ready to give up individual interests, drives, and desires for the common good. Kenyatta Day reminds us of our duty to love our country loyally, wholeheartedly, and to put the interests of Kenya above all others. Kenyatta Day is an invitation for all of us to take up the challenge to transcend the things that divide us and promote the things that bind us in the collective endeavor to fulfill the dream of our nationalists for a peaceful, wealthy, and caring nation of healthy and selfless people. Yes, this National Heroes Day makes us proud to be Kenyan. Finally, I wish to thank you for sparing time from your busy schedules to celebrate Kenyatta Day together. Let me also, in closing, assure you that the Kenya Embassy, as the name states, is an embassy for all Kenyans. And you have a right to expect and get efficient and fast services. We will, as an embassy, continue to endeavor to give our best service. We urge you to engage us in constructive and frank dialogue based on mutual respect. To facilitate communication between us, the mission is happy to launch here with you today the official website of the Kenya Embassy in Sweden. Please use the website to register online, access various documents and information, and to give the mission feedback on your concerns. We are proud that the website has been developed by Kenyans, Safi Media for Kenyans. Thank you. Mr. Nyack? Mungu awabariki. Mungu awabariki Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Thank you.